Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. Hi, I'm Jill, and today I'm going to show you how to make a creamy, delicious broccoli and potato soup.
It's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
All right, so we're going to get started. It's getting fall, and it's, those cold, blustery evenings that just make you want to eat soup. So I've got a great recipe for you here. We're going to start out with our onions in the pan, get those sauteing, and we're just going to water saute because you do not need to add oil. Water sauteing is just as great, or even dry sauteing. I didn't even add any water yet, and they just need to cook lightly till they're slightly translucent before we add the other ingredients. And I'm going to cook my celery along with it. So that's 2 whole onions diced and 3 stalks of celery. And we're just going to let those cook for about 5 minutes, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, so our onions are ready. We're just going to add some of our other ingredients. I've got 4 potatoes here, and you can use russet or Yukon Gold. It's just kind of a preference thing. I think if you use russet, it will make your soup a little bit thicker because the starch, it has a bit more, I think, starch that will make it a little bit thicker. So 4 potatoes, and then we have our spices here, and I've got a tablespoon of onion powder, and I'll give you a link below to this onion powder because it's really the best. And I have 2 bay leaves, a half teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of dill. Just gonna stir all that in there. And what I've got here, I've got 2 liters of vegetable broth, and this is my homemade vegetable broth, which I'll also give you a link to that, because it's really, I mean, if you're a plant-based eater, you create a lot of vegetable waste. And I keep a lot of that, and I just keep it in Ziploc freezer bags in my freezer until I have a huge pile of it, and then I make broth. But you can watch that video, and I'll show you how to do that. So just add that to there. There's a lot of sediment in there. Okay. And then while that is cooking, we're not going to put our broccoli in yet. We're just going to let this cook a little bit, and that'll be kind of the last thing that we add, so it doesn't just turn into, just disintegrate into mush. So this is a creamy broccoli and potato soup, kind of like a cheesy broccoli soup. So I have a half a cup of cashews here and a cup of water. We're just going to blend that until there aren't any chunks of cashew left. Okay, we're just going to add that to our soup. And I have my soup on medium-high, and we're just going to let this simmer for a good half hour or so, and really it just depends on how quickly your potatoes cook. So you'll just have to take a chunk out now and then and check it. That kind of determines how long you cook it. But from what I found, it takes about a half an hour. And I'm going to add a half a cup of nutritional yeast, and I'll also give you a link to the nutritional yeast I use because it's a special kind of nutritional yeast that is not fortified. Then we are going to add juice of 1 lemon because this is a salt-free recipe. There's enough sodium in the vegetables to get your, healthy amount of sodium, but the lemon is going to give it the taste, the salty kind of taste. It's going to trick your taste buds into thinking that it's salty when there's no added salt. Okay. So we're just going to let this simmer for about a half an hour, or no, I'm sorry. We're going to add our broccoli first. And then we're going to let it simmer for about a half an hour. Okay guys, it's been about 35 minutes or so, and this looks and smells amazing. So the only thing you got to do left is take out your bay leaves. And I already found them there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so delicious. So be sure to try it out, guys, and I'll see you next time.